TIAA is on a mission. Why? Because 54% of Black Americans don't have enough savings to retire. So in collaboration with big-name artists like Wyclef Jean, TIAA released Paper Right, new music inspiring a new financial future. With 100% of streaming sales going to a nonprofit that teaches students how to invest. Stream Paper Right now and help close the gap.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1204, How to Know the Right Skills and Perfect Time to Hire, Part 2, by Michael Mehlberg of michaelmehlberg.com. And I'm your narrator and host. My name is Dan, and I'm here with you every single day. And today is actually a continuation from yesterday's episode. So if you haven't listened to the first half yet, I would recommend going back and checking out yesterday's episode first. That's 1203. But if you're all caught up, let's continue and get to part 2 as we optimize your life. How to Know the Right Skills and Perfect Time to Hire, Part 2, by Michael Mehlberg of michaelmehlberg.com. 2. What would you like to delegate? Next, load your matrix with the tasks you would like to offload. Like before, these should be tasks you can delegate. And like before, these tasks should be placed in the appropriate quadrant based on their urgency and importance. You don't need to separate these tasks from those you listed in Step 1. Their urgency and importance will naturally filter them appropriately based on where you place them in your matrix. 3. Identifying skill buckets with intelligent task grouping. You may have 100 things to do, but if they require a variety of skills, you may not have enough tasks in common to hire a single employee. So, to figure out if we have enough tasks in common to warrant a particular type of employee, let's group the tasks by the skills they require. If you've used sticky notes on a whiteboard, you can rearrange each sticky note and group them with other tasks that could be accomplished by a single person, being careful to keep them in the same quadrant. On paper, different colored highlighters work great. Do this for all tasks on your priority matrix in all quadrants. 4. How much work actually needs to be done? For each group of tasks, make some time estimates. How long would it take a new employee to accomplish everything? You're not going for accuracy here, just a rough guess. Mark each task with time units. Is your task going to take minutes, hours, days, months, or years? Pay attention to whether these time units are recurring or not. If they are, just do the math and figure out how much time they will consume over the course of a year or two. You don't want to be surprised either way when you bring a new employee on and they run out of work in a few months. And 5, justify a return on investment. You may want to listen to this twice. Just because you have a lot of work to do doesn't mean that this work will make you or save you enough money. Therefore, for each of your task groupings, you'll want to calculate how much money your company will make or save if the duties were completed. If you need to make your calculations on a task-by-task basis, go for it. Otherwise, an off-the-cuff guesstimate on the entire grouping of tasks should suffice. Feel good about hiring, or deciding not to. Step back and look at what you've done. You've got your priority matrix filled out with delegatable tasks that are both urgent and important. These tasks are grouped into skill sets that one person could accomplish. Each task has an estimate of how much time it would take to finish and how much money your company could expect to make or save if it was done. Given all of that, you should be able to see immediately whether a new hire is necessary. How? Let's take a look. Not urgent and not important tasks should be thrown out. Don't worry about them, and certainly don't hire anyone because of them. Urgent but not important tasks indicate a potential new hire down the road. Don't put out a job requisite just yet, but keep an eye on these tasks and reassess their importance every week or so. Eventually, some of these tasks will increase in importance, and a full-time hire may be necessary. For now, see if you can get away with ignoring or outsourcing these jobs. Not urgent but important tasks may push you toward starting the hiring process. In this quadrant, look at your task groupings carefully. If you have many tasks grouped by skill set and adding up to an enormous amount of time, it's a good indicator you should hire. And urgent and important tasks need someone right away, be it a new hire or a contractor. Choose a new hire if your recurring tasks add up to a significant amount of time, enough time to justify a new hire. Contractors can be hired if the tasks are more immediate, but not enough to warrant a full-time employee. Urgency plus importance plus skills plus time plus ROI equals hire or not. You started off feeling uncertain, afraid to pull the trigger and hire someone that might not mesh with your team, worried that a new employee might not make or save you money. But with this short exercise, you now have a formula to make hiring decisions like a boss. Data-driven, defendable decisions that give you the power to know when to hire, what skill sets to hire, and whether to recruit full-time or outsource. You should walk away from this exercise feeling relief. Perhaps hiring a new full-time employee has been nagging you for some time, and you'll have discovered that it wasn't necessary. Perhaps recruiting is a source of contention for your team, and you can show them why or why not a new employee is necessary. Either way, running through this process will give you a handle on unfinished business, give you an indication of what skills to hire and when to do it. It's a system that's worked well for me over the years. It has eliminated the confusion I often felt when hiring, whether it was necessary, and whether it would be worth the investment. Beyond justifying it to myself, this always resulted in enough data to justify it to my boss, management, or leadership. It was also a way to explain to my team why we couldn't afford to hire a new employee at the time, often a source of contention for a team under hiring freeze. So now it's time to pull the trigger on this process. Do away with this fear and uncertainty of hiring and take 30 minutes to figure out how to move forward. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled How to Know the Right Skills and Perfect Time to Hire by Michael Mehlberg of michaelmehlberg.com. You want consistency and quality, but you also want variety and freshness. If you run a business, you want it all. With nuts.com, you can get so many different delicious snacks and ingredients and know that they will consistently exceed your expectations. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for the highest quality foods for business. They offer delicious office snacks, corporate gifts, and wholesale ingredients. And over 50,000 companies choose Nuts.com for their business needs, from offices to hotels to restaurants and retail stores. And we've even loved their product as remote workers. Nuts.com has sent us plenty of snacks that keep us energized and focused so we can deliver the best work that we can. Nuts.com makes ordering for your business quick and easy. Right now, Nuts.com is offering new business customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $125 or more at nuts.com/OWD. So go check out all the delicious options at nuts.com/OWD. You'll get that free gift and free shipping when you spend $125 or more. That's nuts.com/OWD. Labor strikes, climate change, your beat-up office printer. What do they all have in common? Come on, it's all about the money. Economics is everywhere and everything, fueling our lives even where we least expect it. If you're a fan of Optimal Work Daily and are curious to learn something new and exciting about economics every week, I recommend you listen to the Planet Money podcast from NPR. Planet Money is a different kind of world where the complex economy actually makes sense. Listeners can learn, laugh, and be entertained. And in addition, I find it to be really educational. Money can be tough to make sense of, and Planet Money is great at providing simple explanations for how money is really moving in ways we're usually not told about. The Planet Money team lives to tell a good story in around 30 minutes. It's econ for the rest of us. So tune in to Planet Money every week for entertaining stories and insights about how money shapes our world. Stories that can't be found anywhere else. Listen now to Planet Money from NPR, wherever you get your podcasts. And thank you again to Michael, who is regularly featured across a couple of our podcasts. So if you'd like to hear more content from him, simply check out our other shows. And if you search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this, you'll be able to find all the podcasts we offer. And they've got the same format as this show, where the narrator reads to you from the very best blogs we can find. But these blogs cover other topics like personal development, finance, health, relationships, and more. So again, to hear more from Michael and a bunch of other amazing authors, just search for Optimal Living Daily in your podcast app and be sure to hit that subscribe or follow button. So that's going to do it for today here on Optimal Work Daily. Hope you enjoyed this two-parter from Michael and that you'll join me again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.